way the ministry was doing the return, I think is in error, because they were putting transfers which are coming from the from the fiscus. But I want to take it that public financial assets will be real investments which are made by Treasury into certain entities. Say, for example, the Ministry's public financial asset might be our investment in aggregates, our investment in aggregate, our investment in GNP, not the annual transfers which we are making. So for the future returns, I think I've also discussed with some of the...
If you've received the cash or an allocation from the Ministry of Finance, at the time you have in your book, it's an asset. So it has to be recorded as an asset over and above the investment of the...
No, it's a transfer.
Yeah, but when it sits in your book, you own it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So if you own it at that particular time, it's an asset.
Yes, actually, it's accounted for under recurrent, depending on the nature of its transfer. Either recurrent
assets.
No, recurrent transfer or capital transfer. That's how it's accounted for and disclosed. But the original investment into the parastatal becomes the public financial asset. So in other words, the public financial asset will represent the capital which has been invested by government into the parastatal.
We are off to a wrong start. We're off to a wrong start. You can explain to us the missing 600 million pure on the basis of an accounting technicality. And we put it to you that when you receive money and allocation from the Ministry of Finance, if I put money in my bank, if it's going to get out because I'm going to buy grocery in the afternoon, at the time it's sitting in my bank, it is an asset.
Yeah, well, Chair, with all due respect, what I'm trying to explain is, well, say like in commercial accounting reporting, this figure will be disclosed in investments as an investment in the balance sheet of the ministry. But then we don't do commercial accounting.
So are you saying that the variation is just the fact that cash was reported as an asset?
Well, the variation, there are two things. The variation should not have been there, because whatever was reported previously, as at the end of 2016, should have been the balance brought forward. Right, that's one. So the second issue I'm highlighting is the return, the nature of the contents of that return also needs revisiting. Because what was being put was the annual transfers from the appropriation.
Which was being put by who? Is it officials from your ministry? Some of them are sitting behind you. Was it Mrs. Jobo?
Yes, correct. Officials in the ministry. We take the blame.
I think, thank you, Honorable Chair. The question remains, what is the current position after you have discovered what you are trying to tell us as a committee, that maybe possibly there was a mix-up on the definition what is classified as public financial assets? Would it look like you were trying to give us another definition of public financial assets? So what is the current position?
The current position is the reconciliations were done, and I'm sure 2080 is an improved position with regards to this report.
I have a note from the Auditor General saying you have submitted some documents as a ministry but they still do not explain that missing values. But the Auditor General is also actually shocked that for the first time, there's this technical definition you are giving. And for us, we would have failed to do our duties if we were to report to the Speaker and the whole staff that missing $500 million was due to a technical a misdefinition that we didn't expect. We have got accountants in this room, so I'm going to allow them to ask you questions. We should look at it, whether it's the same.
If a reconciliation was granted, we would like to seek reconciliation. And also, I just wanted to understand when the auditor finished that audit, I think they had a meeting with you. In that meeting, this variance was applied. Can we get an explanation as to what transpired in that exit meeting?
Okay, thank you, sir. Through the chair. Yes, the normal audit process is after the audit, after issues have been identified, they sort of come to the meeting for an exit meeting, whereby we reconfirm any explanations which would have been given. So for this particular one, well, personally, I did not yet join the ministry, but for
Where
the...
were you before you were assigned to the Minister of Lands? Where were you before?
Minister of Higher Education. Minister of Higher Education.
Thank you, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. So on this particular one, what we did was, after the engagement with the auditors had finished, I then took the audit reports, trying to follow up each and every observation, so that we sort of try to agree on the way forward with the respective departments. So that's what we did, and that's when we were to sort of interrogate what the return is all about. Was in my previous ministry, say like in the Ministry of Environment, what I would put in the return for public financial asset would be an investment in parastatals or state enterprises like Allied Timbers. That's what I would put. So the capital reflected in that commercial entity reflects the capital investment for government. So I would like to believe that it is similar to what we are talking about.
To be specific, management response was as follows. The minister is investigating the value of the audits. The result of the investigation will enable the minister to resubmit and revise the return. The revised return has been given to the Auditor General, and the Auditor General says there is still no explanation.
Yes,
the General says there is still no explanation for this unexplained $500 million.
Yes, sir. At the time of submitting the response, the reconciliation had not been done, but there was.
I think it's a way forward. Can we have that reconciliation? Can you also send that reconciliation and your response? So put your response, this response, put it in writing to us and to the Auditor General, so that the Auditor General, as the expert, can test the veracity of your contention. But as a committee, we're not satisfied that you can explain away $600 million on the basis of the horizon.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. My question is in relation to statements of contingent liabilities. For the second year, this was the findings of the auditor. Now, for the second year in succession, documents supporting the transaction account meeting in total outstanding balance of 65 million $572,238 disclosed on the statement of contingent liabilities were not available for audit. In addition, the variance of $479,262 between the year 2016 closing balance and accurate information. But now the question, but here we are being advised that part of the supporting documents were later submitted to cover the $40 million and $23,201, leaving the balance of $25,514.88 was not supported, and the return is not yet to be revised. My first question is, can you explain to this committee what are contingent liabilities as pertain to the ministry? And the next question is, which contingent liabilities, if any, if you assume as debt? Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
Honorable Chair, I would further request that.
No problem. Well, Mr. FG,
Yes.
if you want help from Mr. We can swear.
No, I can enter it. Thank you, sir. Okay. The first question from the honorable member, what are contingent liabilities? Contingent liabilities are really possible liabilities by government through the ministry. It's not yet a liability, but it's a possible liability going forward. And then how does it arise? It arises when, say, like a parastatal borrows from somewhere, say like a foreign bank, and the government gives a guarantee. Should this parastatal fail to pay, then government will pay. So at that particular moment, in terms of accounting disclosure, government doesn't have the liability, but it's got a liability. So in terms of, it qualifies just for disclosure. Okay. But then when the guarantee is called up, it becomes now a liability, a credit, which has to be paid. So that calling up of the guarantee has got an accounting impact in that you now have to create in your books that liability, and you create the parastatal who have failed to pay the creditor, you create him as a debtor. This is in as far as commercial accounting is concerned, but then government will do cash accounting. You know, we do cash accounting, so probably the explanation I've given might not really hold 100%. Okay, and then the...
That's why he's actually asking you the question. How does it relate now to the ministry? Because you use cash accounting and it's related to accrual account.
Yes. And then for this particular transaction, the particular observation, again, my judgment is, I think there is also an error of principle. Why I've been trying to engage everyone, all the stakeholders, including the auditors there, I've been trying to engage them that guarantees are given by Ministry of Finance. And I want to believe there's a register of guarantees. And it's disclosed as such. You know, that one. Two, the parastatal which would have received the loan all disclose these issues in their. So for the ministry to also disclose, it appears to be double counting. So we're still trying to get to a common understanding on what exactly it is. But as for the returns which were being made, the question of principle, which we will have to get a concrete response from Treasury.
Okay, thank you. I think the other question that we need to we are hearing the director is the failing Parastatal was coming through parastatal. Concession to farmers who are
Through the chair.
Yes.
Okay. Farmers World was a special program. I can only talk of the accounting impact, but otherwise the responsible director can talk to it about this particular project. Thank you.
Let's hear about farmers work. It cannot be, it's not a parastatal. So what condition can arise? And how did the state end up giving a guarantee to a private actor?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, yes, sir.
my understanding about the Farmers World Special Program is that it was a special program under the central bank. But because that had to do with the agricultural sector, the issue ended up being offloaded onto my ministry. Definitely, it never originated from my ministry. But with your permission, maybe my director mechanization may want to.
Yes, yes, let's hear you. Can you explain to the committee how the ministry or the government, say the central bank, how it could give a guarantee to a private company, Farmers World? And also, number two, what was the size of that guarantee? Number three, did you get anything as a country? The audit report says there was little equipment which was recovered but did not cover.
Okay. Farmers World was an extension of the RBZ program between 2007 and 2008. So RBZ was
Wait, just a minute. Oh, sorry. Can you be sorry? No, you were sorry.
no, I was wrong. Government source equipment rules between 2007 and 2008, and by the RBZ through backstory. So deliberate, there was another leg of that same program where some equipment was procured to be distributed through Farmers World. Now Farmers World, it's a private organization that interest in tobacco farming then. So they requested a package which they want to support supporting most of mainly their tobacco farmers. So they got some tractors, they got some implements, they also got some combine harvesters. And that facility was also launched by the president then in Sasa. So they almost like parallel programs. Some farmers could get equipment through back storage from the RBZ. Others also go through farmers. So at the time, we were just observers. We were involved, but the transaction, the signatures were between the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe and Farmers World. So we had no information. Even it actually took quite some time to actually get the exact beneficiaries of the equipment that was awarded by the farmers through the Farmers World project. So we eventually got involved now towards the end of maybe 10 years after the project that there was still some equipment at Farmers World. That's where we then came in as minister now. But for accounting purposes, I would not be able to appreciate the issues of liabilities and guarantees. It has always been purely accounting.
Lots of questions.
my last follow-up question. Then the question is, we are hearing that there were many players, RBZ and Zanu. So now, how did the outstanding balance of 65,570,200 arise? And how far have you gone as a ministry, obtaining these supporting documents vis-a-vis that there were a lot of players around, and you came in after some 10 years after the project had already started? Thank you.
Financial director can help.
thank you, Chair. Yes, should there be any difference between the closing balance in the previous year and the opening balance in this particular case, 2017? Definitely, it's indicative of the need for quality control on our returns. Because whatever the background, whatever the happenings operational, the closing balance in the previous year, it has to be the same as the opening balance in the coming year. So for the contingency liabilities, again, just like the other one which we were talking about, we are trying to appreciate why the return is there in the first place. So again, my take on that is we need not have these items on our return because it's not yet a realized liability, and we are not exposed in any way currently.
Yes, you are good.
I'm really, you are, as a ministry, you are not aware of the terms and conditions of this liability. Number two, you were not involved in the allocation and identification of these farmers, since you have said that you don't even have a list of the beneficiaries. But the liability is actually shown in your books. How do you think this liability is going to be cleared when you are not aware of terms and conditions, you are not aware of the beneficiaries? How do you think this debt can be cleared from you?
Yes, I can attempt to answer. The origins of this project is, as Director Gumbo has explained. So the putting in of this return, the 65 million, what I'm saying is government is currently not exposed on this particular transaction, regardless of its historical, which involves CB, which involves RBZ. So we are not exposed, but what I seem to sense is
financial director. You are exposed because the government owes 65 million US dollars borrowed. Two farmers will.
Thank you, sir. But that didn't happen through the ministry's books. Like what Vakumbo was explaining, it happened through the books of the RBC.
Yeah, but you've now assumed it. That's why you put the liability. So you've assumed paternity. You don't know when this debt was created, but you've assumed the liability. So it's now your baby.
Yeah, well, maybe because I've never seen the agreement to adopt it.
Also to add on that, before the case comes to answer, what we heard from the Auditor General is that the ministry tried to recover some of the equipment from Farmers World, which was already, you're trying to mitigate already your losses in this particular transaction. Why was the ministry interested in recovering some of the equipment if there was no exposure? Thank you.
Honorable Chair, I may comment and then later on I'll call upon my director mechanization to add on. As I said before, that this project was thrust upon my ministry when it was realized that it had no home. This was when the program of mechanization by Central Bank was dissolved. I think it was at that point, given the failure by Farmers World to service their obligation to the Chinese, that this program was dumped on my ministry.
fighting to come to Parliament for protection. She said they're doubling Chinese connectivity by
Actually,
they're not doubling. Please, Parliament, help us.
maybe. But this is one of those programs, together with the larger mechanization through the central bank, for which the nation had to assume the debt and pay to the Chinese. The Farmers World does not, as a program, does not owe the Chinese anything. Government having assumed this under the expanded mechanization program through the Reserve Bank, and the people that were responsible for the Farmers World are not even in the picture now because of failure to service the debt.
Yeah, but is government instituted proceedings against Farmers World to recover the 65 million that government ended up paying to the Chinese?
Not to my knowledge. This
This
having not been our program, certainly someone else has to do that. I think that the issue of assumption of this debt by central government means that if such an action would have to be, taken, I'm sure we would need guidance for us to be able to do it, because we don't have the records of what transpired, who benefited.
You do have the records, but the debt is now in your books.
Yeah, and actually the debt in my books, given that the Chinese have been paid, together with the equipment that this debt from the Farmers World should have been treated likewise, so that it does not continue to appear on our books. But maybe my director mechanization will have a better view on the matter.
Yes, I think let's wind up on this one. I'll ask you one as the last question. Our concern is that it was a quasi-fiscal activity.
Yeah.
So how do you regularize a quasi-fiscal activity without Parliament? Because your defense should be now, let's go to Parliament. Because you can't adopt a child when you don't know paternity. Then you just that's what you did. And when you adopt that child now, Pesuka, Farmers World owes the government a lot of money. 65 million US dollars. That money they can just, the taxpayers can just pay for something wrong that was done.
Chairman, this quasi-fiscal activity by the central bank, they did everything from selecting the partner, who by the way had a dubious record for exactly the same thing in Malawi on agricultural inputs. They go through the central bank, all the documents, the handout, the management, everything's done by the central bank. And then when there's a debt, they come and give it to you, and you don't come to Parliament with 65 million, which you've now got to account for to the public. My question is, how is a person like Farmers World in this quasi-physical thing chosen? How do you know the 65 million is actually 65 million? Because you say you don't have any documents. How do you know this just didn't go Kutiwana or Piwana and because that's actually what happened. So my question is very simple. How can you assume this debt and then say it's not our baby? It's there. It's been audited.
Yes,
Thank you, Chair. It happened, and now we are responsible. You are asking a legitimate question. How can it be done? Clearly, what it is, the message is ministry. Why don't you pursue this matter and see how it can be brought to finality.
Yes.
And
So the taxpayers are paying $65 million for what?
Ministry did not have documents to support the total outstanding balance of 58 million US dollars in 2016. The background is 235 million US dollars on the statement and other capital liabilities. Also, the evidence to support the movement of the outstanding balance from 235 million to 58 million, which was not availed for the auditor. Therefore, it was not clear how the reduction of the 176 million in liabilities was settled. The irregular payments for other capital liabilities was not may be processed. Also, it may be difficult to verify outstanding other capital liabilities in the absence